Hello everyone, T Jarguno here, and welcome back to another figure review. For this figure review, we will be looking at Anya Forger from Spy X Family. Still haven't seen this anime, just seeing memes of this character. So without further ado, well first let's look at the box. The box art is pretty nice. This is from a toy company called Total Anime. Right here. Streaming on Crunchyroll, so maybe I should check it out later. We just have an image of Anya in the back and what other figures you could get in this wave of this series of Total Anime. So we got Chainsaw Man, Eren Yeager, My Hero Academia, Yuji. Alright. Gotta say, pretty nice presentation, and pretty reminiscent to SH Figure Arts, actually. The way this box is made, in the window casing. Speaking of similar to SH Figure Arts, you have a couple of face plates that you can interchange with Anya. With one face, what her main face kind of looking like a fish to me, but one open mouth happy face, one shocked yelling face, one just regular smiling face, and one face that I've seen in memes all the time, this sneaky grinning face. It looks like she's up to no good. Looks like you get some accessories right here, which is some fist, a pointing hand, and is that a thumbs up? Looks like a thumbs up, fist, pointing hand, and two open palm hands that is already attached to the body. A little teddy bear with bat wings. And, interesting enough, you get a whole TV. Interesting, a little TV set. This reminds me, if I ever bother to get any Simpson figures, this would be the TV that I would use for that one scene where they're sitting on the couch watching TV. Well, without further ado, let's open up and see and get a closer look on Anya. Alright, so we got Anya out of the box. Right now, this is how she looks like coming in the plasticing. The main worry that I have is that since she's a tiny character, these tiny joints. I'm worried about those tiny joints, and I hope that they're sturdy enough. Especially that leg. That leg, this leg right here on the foot is kind of concerning to me. It looks like right here, I didn't really quite catch this till now. It looks like she comes with a very tiny little plastic stand, which is cute. One of the smallest stands I think I've seen and own. So far, everything looks pretty good. Again, really concerned about the joints, but you gotta just be careful, especially when taking her out of the packaging. Right now her head is just a bit stuck at the moment. Hopefully I can get that out sooner rather than later, but yeah. They definitely kept this figure packaged. Perhaps a little bit too well. Okay, here are the accessories out of the box. You've got the TV, which is actually interestingly printed in the back. There's actually printing in the back of the TV. Like, it's something small. It wasn't necessary, but it's nice that they added that. That's cute. A little model TV. Already got three faces, stuffed animal, and the extremely tiny, and I mean very tiny grain of salt hands. See if I can come that into focus. Yeah, very tiny hand. Yeah, make sure not to lose these. You can probably pick up these things at Walmart if you can find one. But yeah, she has very tiny hands. So make sure not to lose those pieces. Here is Anya out of the box. Aesthetically, she looks pretty nice. See, there's kind of like a basic pink wash, and it kind of gets darker at the edges here. There is a noticeable gap on top of her head, but that's where you switch out the piece. I don't know how to make that gap better, but there is like a noticeable gap there. Looking at it from this angle is not really noticeable. Everything seems to be well printed, so don't have much problems there. And interesting enough, what is this? This piece right here. This looks like one of those pieces, like from the Great Saiyan Man, how there's like a piece where you can remove that and put it on a stand. Like, or attach something on the back. I don't know what that's for. So I don't know if Anya does anything special. But that back piece kind of tells me that either that's just for a stand, or she could come with something. I don't know. That's just interesting. I really do like the detail on her clothes. This was like $17 to $20 compared to the SH Figure Arts one that is what, like $40 to $70 depending on where you're buying it from. I say this is pretty nice. The feet are super tiny. Let's see if we can get her to stand. A little bit difficult to stand on her own without the plastic stand. We almost got it. I feel like if I fiddle around with it longer, I think I'll be able to do it. Just not right now, I don't think. Yeah, if I fiddle around with it long enough, I'll be able to have her stand, but I'll just use the plastic stand. Are there peg holes yet? There is peg holes on each foot, so I should be able to get this in here. Easy enough. There we go. There we go. Anya is standing. I must say, for the price point of $20, this is aesthetically pleasing. The look is actually well done, very nice. The paint app is pretty good for a $20 anime figure. Not bad at all. I feel like the face may need a little bit more. She could be a little bit cross-eyed here, but I don't think it's too noticeable. Slightly cross-eyed. Now let's see how she's actually articulated. She turn. Yes, she can turn to the left and turn to the right. She can even turn her head all the way around. Alright, so the head articulation is pretty good. She can look down a little bit. Not really much looking up. It's just forward and down. So let's see with the arms. We can move those arms forward. We can move them backwards. That goes the same for both arms. Move them up. As I do this delicately, because again, there are some tiny joints in here, but so far so good. Her hand go up about that high. Yeah, I don't want to force it anymore, so about that high. Straight right angle. Same here. Same here, 90 degrees. Her elbows. They look like it's a single joint that is a little bit stiff. That I was able to bend. Okay, good. Alright, so for a little figure like this, you're just getting about 90. About 90. Which isn't bad considering she is a very tiny figure. She does have a little bit of a swivel at her elbow. So that's great. And the hand just looks like a little twist. I don't think there's really much up and down motion at the wrist. I think it's just on a peg. It's just on a peg and you just swivel the hand around. Yep. Same should be said for this arm here. Come on, don't break. Okay, this is actually pretty good. These joints are actually pretty good on here. I feel a little more confident. Arm still swivels and bends. Hand twist. Alright, awesome. Let's see for the legs. Yeah, there's an obvious ankle swivel in here. And that goes same for this foot too. Ankle swivel. See, it should move forward. Moves forward. And moves back pretty far actually. Moves forward and back pretty far. It's pretty good. Now there may be some slight hindrance because the leg going forward is going to be hindered by her little dress a little bit. A little bit of hindrance there. And back. Gonna get about that much going back. But there is some knee joints here. There's some knee joints. So this may allow us to have just a little bit more. Single joint. Okay. That one's a little bit stiff. I'm gonna take the stand off. That joint's just a little bit stiff. Both knee joints a little bit stiff. Let's see if I can do this on camera and bend the legs. And I really don't want to break this because I really do like this Anya figure. Okay, I may be out of luck here. I may be out of luck with these knees. Okay, I'm gonna have to bend these off camera. Then I'll get back to you guys and see how it looks. Alright, after a good 10 minutes, I was able to bend those knees. So yeah, you'll be bending the knees about 90, this much for Anya. I wish my camera will focus better. Come on. There we go. So yeah, you're getting that type of bend there. And there is a swivel at the knees. Swivel and bend. That goes for the same for the a little bit tighter, but goes the same for the right leg. There's a swivel there. Nicely done. And as for splits, she'll be only going that far due to her outfit. Let's see if we can stand her about the stand. That may not be possible at the moment. But hey, there we go. She's standing without the stand, and it is possible. Even for a tiny figure with tiny little feet, she can still stand by herself. Let's interchange her faceplate. See how easy that is. Looks like right here you just remove the hair piece first. It's like the first face is coming off with me. Okay. This is how it's structured. See if I can push this in a bit to close that gap. You see how that's what's causing the gap right there. So that's how it's molded. But this also shows us the neck. There's no neck joint. Now that I think. I don't think there's a neck joint here. I think it's just a regular. I think there's just a regular, maybe simple ball joint peg in here. Nothing too complicated. This is the face. So you take the hair and the face off. You remove the faceplate. Now let's get one of her faceplates. Put it inside the hair first. And put it back on the head. It's a little bit tricky to do, but one side wants to go in, but the other does not. Okay, let me try a different way. It's because this is a little bit out of line. The faceplate on this peg is a little bit out of line, so let's get that head in there first. Get the face in there. Then let's just do the hair. Should be easier. Alright. And you got that classic cheeky Anya face. Right? That still looks really nice. It's not too bad. A little bit of repositioning of the pegs, but still, it's on there. It's snug. And it's definitely not going to fall off. Nothing feels loose here. Actually, yeah. Nothing feels loose or dainty. Everything's pretty sturdy. Yeah, so far, this is a W Anya figure. And just for $20, Total Anime, check it out, guys. This is a great figure to pick up. If you don't want to pay about $40 to $70 for an SH Figuart version or a Figma version, this one's the way to go to get a affordable Anya. Yeah. Even the paint is actually really nice. I gotta be honest, like, there can be some cheap anime figures and the printing can be off or like really bad, but this is pretty good. Of course, there's like obvious seam line of where they added the soft rubber plastic here, but I don't know. If it bothers you, then this may be not the figure for you, but if it doesn't, this is pretty good. It doesn't bother me. Far away, you're not gonna be noticing that thing. Yeah, I really do like this Anya figure. Details are really nice. The paint apps are thoughtfully done. Again, just for $20, really good. Super nice. I don't quite know what's going on with this little peanut right here. So somebody in the comments is going to tell me, give me a little bit of backstory about this peanut thing. I definitely want to know more about Spy X Family. All in all, I give this figure... I honestly give it a 9 out of 10. It's pretty generous, but... this is a pretty good Anya figure for such a tiny figure with tiny joints that move pretty good. Faces are good. Hair is decent. The details on the clothing is nice. For $20 for the money. Can't really beat it. Like, even the gold looks gold. It's not yellow. It's like a dirty bronze yellow. The gold looks gold. Which is nice. Very well put together figure. Now, there's something that I almost forgot. I do want to see how hard it is to remove the hands. Let's see. Tiny little hands. So these things worry me the most. How hard is it to get a hand off? Give me a little bit of difficulty. There we go. It's just one very extremely tiny, sturdy ball peg. It's a very tiny ball peg. So I am warning you all now, be very careful with this figure, especially handling with the hands. That's a very tiny ball peg. So handle removing and putting on different accessories with extreme care. Alright, let's put on a different hand. Let's see, let's use the thumbs up hand. This is a good figure, so let's see if we can get this on here nicely. This is very hard to do on camera. This is extremely hard to do on camera. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm gonna do this part off camera. Okay, we're all good. Me and Anya give this a big thumbs up. This figure is pretty great. Just kind of finessed the peg hole a bit, made it just slightly bigger, and it went in pretty easily. So yeah, pretty good. Final thoughts? A good tiny figure that costs $20, and if you want an Anya collection, I think it'll be a great addition to it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. How do you feel about this figure, and how do you feel about this style of reviewing, and how I'm doing it? It is slightly different from what I do with my other videos, but yeah, tell me in the comments, how do you feel about this figure? How do you feel about me reviewing more figures? Another figure that eventually I will do is, I do have this AnyaForger. So if you guys want to see this figure review soon, like this video, like this Anya video, you'll soon get an AnyaForger. Thank you, and enjoy the little short stop motion I have at the end.
What a lovely house. And I see no car in the driveway, which means the parents are gone. I wonder if there's any child left home alone. Well, let's find out, shall we? The lesson here is, don't let your child out when sale's about. Oh, would you look at that? An underage child left home alone. Look at her just watching TV. Not a care in the world. How adorable. I almost feel bad for what I'm about to do. Well, time to play my role. Hello, package delivery. Open the door, I'll give you a surprise. Hello, is anyone home? Hello, little girl. I was just in the neighborhood and I was wondering if I could trouble you for. Well, heck, all I wanted was a cup of sugar. Can you spare a poor lab experiment a cup of sugar? I would also need one thing from you, my sweet. What is that cat supposed to say to me? That cut me. Ow! My wig! I need that to fly! Well, not really. But it still looks cool. Where did it even come from? That home was empty, I swear! Curse you, pink one.